Welcome to the show. Come on in, take a seat, turn it up a little louder. Feel the rhythm, feel the beat. Stories, laughs, and moments you don't want to miss. From the first hello to the final twist. So hit play, let it roll, let the good times flow. This is where it all begins. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm your host, Paul. Here in this show, we talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. This is the episode where I want to go back. Obviously, I've taken you back in time, a lot of times, all the time. I don't know. So clearly, I want to take you back to the time where I um graduated. Well, I had the baccalaureate, I had my graduation, and then I had my graduation. I did my baccalaureate, my graduation, and you know whatever else. So in high school, I was in choir. I think I liked choir. I liked singing. One of my favorite memories that I have from choir was going to an actual competition, um, which I only went to one of those because my grades were bad. This was senior year, by the way, so this was my last year at that high school. But I do still know the band teacher, and the band teacher is still there. I was also in his band class. He did band and choir, which I guess same thing, but I guess all band teachers do choir, whatnot. I mean, there might be a second. I don't know. I don't know how other schools work, but my my this teacher kind of did band and choir, and he did everything, whatever. So yeah, and he always had a coffee mug near him. He always drank coffee, straight black coffee, and I never understood how he could do that. Never understood him. He was a great teacher nonetheless. When I graduated, though, he was like, "Hey, you'll have to stop by the office. You'll have to get your graduation gift that I have for you." And so I was like, "Okay, I'll come by and grab it." He gave me. It's funny. A band, a teacher that teaches music gave me an ocarina so that I could continue to learn music. And honestly, it's it honestly works because I play Leaves from the Vine. I'm playing Leaves from the Vine from the Avatar, The Last Airbender, the original animated show, which I was gonna watch recently. I was gonna watch Legend of Korra, but apparently for some reason that show got taken off Netflix. So I don't know what happened there. There's only like if you go down to the collection, there's only Avatar: The Last Airbender, the animated, and then the live action, which I have not watched the live action, but I've heard some good things about it. But I mean, they had a horrible recreation of with the what was it 2009 2010 movie. I mean, they literally called my boy Ong instead of Aang. Like, how do you mess up a movie that bad? And also, the people fighting, the fighting was supposed to be like a lot faster, and they also they also took out all of the comedy in that movie. They took out all the comedy. Why? They made it so unfunny. I'm sorry. It's just bad. I have watched it. It's kind of like It's kind of like it's in my top 10 worst movies. Uh there with Dragon Ball Evolution because yeah. So it's there with Dragon Ball Evolution. I watched Dragon Ball Evolution as a kid and then recently watched it and yeah, it sucked. But we're not here to talk about movies and whatnot. We're here to talk about my graduation, my graduation, and the day I got my Nintendo Switch. So, obviously, back in 2017, when the Switch released back in 2017, I wanted one, but I never had the money for it. My parents never had the money for it. But now, as an adult and graduating high school, I finally had $300 to buy it and a little extra money to buy Super Smash Brothers. But we'll get to that in a minute. So, um, one time, it's not one time. Um, so obviously during baccalaureate, I got dressed in my robes. There's me. There's my friend. And there's a family member that I'm related to. Um, So we were all in this like room because this is like a church, and this is me, my dad, Jonathan, and Amber. And the room was down here. So you'd go down, you turn right, or yeah, you turn right, and then it'd take you down this hallway to the room. Well, Jonathan didn't know he wasn't supposed to be here because I'm pretty sure I told him hey, you're not supposed to be back here. Because no one was supposed to see us until. Why can I not? Why can I not? Okay, I guess we'll just do that. No one was supposed to see us yet until after. So I came out in my uh, cap and gown out here where people could see me. And I didn't realize until some teachers told me, and they told me to go back here. But Jonathan came down here, saw all of us in our cap and gowns, and was like, I told him, I was like, hey, I told him, I was like, hey, I don't think you're really supposed to be back here. And I don't think he was. Now, I made a video where I unboxed stuff from Johnston's, which is what these cap and gowns are from. And I think I still have the video. It's a live stream, obviously. Um, back before all of this. Okay, hey guys, 9 months ago. It was called Hey Guys. It was 9 months ago, March 31st, 2025. Now, I got this cap and gown, after all of the stuff, and I got it really close to graduation, actually. Like, it was really close to graduation before I got this stuff. But I got it, and we're moving on. Obviously, you know, I'm here. Now, I want to take into consideration the shoes that I'm wearing. If we zoom in, Crocs! All of them. My dad's wearing normal shoes. Jonathan. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, let me go back. I'm wearing Crocs. My dad's wearing normal shoes. And Jonathan's wearing boots. And Amber is wearing whatever these things are. But I'm wearing Crocs. Now, I will say one thing. I lost these Crocs, and it will be revealed in the future episode. I've been hinting at a future episode anyway, and I have a future episode in the works. But I mean, that's not to come. I mean, that's not gonna. It's not gonna be. Probably not gonna be soon. I don't know. Maybe it will. I have no clue. But I lost these Crocs, which is really weird because they were very reliable shoes. But even more so, I wore those Crocs to my graduation. Here is here is my graduation. And there's me. There's me. I did not remember this picture being taken. I don't remember it. It never happened for me because I don't remember it. But apparently it did happen. Here's the thing I went with. The little I have they gave us two of these. The little talus things, little tassels. They gave us two of these. This was one that I received in the mail, the one with like the bling on it, and then there was one. Mind you, this is a picture from my graduation. So, and then there was a silver like I forgot what it was, but I put on this one instead of the one that came with the actual cap. And yeah, I wore that for my graduation, and this flew off. Mind you, I was gonna take this off when I threw my cap up in the air, so I didn't lose this, but it fell off and landed right by me, so I mean, okay, we're moving on. This picture, I remember them taking. Um, and I remember this. I remember this picture being taken because I remember looking. Because I'm looking, as you can see, I'm looking at the camera, going. Oh, you can see. I'm going. I'm doing a thumbs up. And I remember this picture being taken, but the other photo I don't remember her taking. Now, maybe I looked. Maybe. Because I remember this one being taken. They're like, eh. It's like. So the card that they're holding, that I'm holding. GG, my full name was doxed there. The card that I'm holding says my name, and then it says son of, and if you're a girl, it said daughter of. So for me, it said Paul Baum, son of. It said my full name, Paul Marshall Baum, son of. GG, I just doxed my name. I just leaked my name. It said Paul Baum, son of, and then it said my dad's name. Um, so yeah, I mean that's really it. I mean, other than you know, but yeah. Um, so yeah, that's basically it. Now, as for the day I got my Switch, so I did the play. Now I uploaded the first night of the play, which I think was before graduation. Then we did the second night of the play, which was before graduation as well, and it was also the last day of school. Well, for me anyway. And then we had graduation, and then the next Tuesday I had to come in early in the morning because we were doing the Footloose the musical play. And I kind of miss everyone that I was doing the play with because everybody that I did the play with, um mind you, I showed some pictures of us backstage, and I might talk about the Footloose the musical in more depth, in more depth, 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 depth. I can't say that word. In more detail, I might talk about it. But for now, we're just gonna leave it a blank canvas. Now the day I got my Switch was a really interesting one. I had money, which that was, mind you, the day that I came in was also the same. We were going to Walmart, but I was also like tired, so I came back home and I just kind of, mind you, it was really hot that day. Like it was extremely hot. It was about to be summer. It was like May, so it was it was about to be a hot day. You know, it was bound to be a hot day, obviously. But yeah. Also, my senior year is when the second the airsoft game that I post the second airsoft video that I posted was the uh was also during my senior year. So yeah. Um. So yeah. Um. That's really. I mean, I got my Switch. So here's the thing. I it was a hot day. I came from school, got back in. I got in the car, and I think I just took a nap because I was too tired to I was too tired to comprehend what was going on. But I came in, did the play, got in the car, slept, took a nap in the car, and then we got to Walmart. And mind you, I am drenched in sweat because the car that we were using had literally no AC in it. Literally no AC. And it was horrible for me. But regardless, I took a nap. Woke up drenched in sweat, obviously, because it was too hot. And we went over to Walmart, and this is where, because I brought my money. I brought the money to buy the Switch, and I bought the Switch. I bought the Switch in this like box. Obviously, you know how big Switches are, like Nintendo Switches when you buy them, and I bought it, and I was so ready to come back home and play. And I did. I came back home. I played Smash Bros. For the first time, and I don't think I set up Wi Fi because I don't think my game needed Wi Fi. I don't think Smash Bros. Needed Wi Fi. But I still have Wi Fi because play Mortal Kombat and whatever the other one is, Burnout Paradise. So, which I haven't been playing much of those games, but there's only like maybe 3 games that I need Wi-Fi for, and I can name them because I play them. That is Mortal Kombat 1, Burnout Paradise, and Minecraft. And Minecraft has only needs the Wi-Fi because I have to sign into my Microsoft account with it. So, yeah. Um, and it's also kind of bullshit because like I have to buy a membership just to play on my friend Red's server with his other friends. Like it's so bullshit, but whatever. Um, but I mean, whatever. It works. It works, and we're moving on. Did I put in? But the thing is about it is that everything kind of everything about it was just I don't know. Everything about like baccalaureate and graduation and um getting my Switch, the fullest musical, all of that made me the whole thing made me a little bit emotional because I know that these people and even thinking about like them driving cars, these people that I've grown up with my whole life, all of them all of them really um they all kind of um that these people that I've grown up with their whole life, they've always been around me. Even now, when I think about them, it's like, I've grown up with these people all my life, and I don't get to see them, anymore. And it's kind of weird because I probably won't ever see them ever again. And I do cherish the memories that I've had with them. Um, but it's weird to think about how, because I was thinking about it like a year or two ago in, like, I think it was a junior year. I was thinking about it, I was like, they're all my friends, they drive now. They drive now. And it's weird because I never thought about them driving, you know. And I don't drive, but I've driven Jonathan's truck. Obviously, you've seen video, and it's like I've never driven a car, and it's weird to think how they drive cars when I've and it's kind of weird, and I guess the term is kind of true. They grow up so fast. For me, watching these people that I've grown up with my whole life, they're you know it's kind of weird, and seeing them, after graduation, even if I see them in the store or something, like around my town or something, or like a store that I go to, if I see them, I'll stop, say hi, but like, it's weird because I don't think I'll ever see them ever again until like 10 years later, when we have our 10-year reunion. That's all well and dandy, but what if I don't make it to the 10-year graduate reunion? You know what I mean? So it's really weird. But before we go any further, I do need to make a call. So I am going to take a brief intermission to get our first guest on the line. So hold on. And we are about to call. So hold on. And we have our first caller on the line. This is my dad.
Hello.
So, like most of the guests we feature here on the show, I've featured a couple. You know, I've never featured my dad on this show, and more guests to come. So, how you doing tonight? Even though I've literally seen you multiple times.
I'm okay. A little tired.
So, my baccalaureate, you came to it. What did you think of my baccalaureate?
It was good.
What was your favorite part of the baccalaureate?
Well, your teacher was kind of roasting you a little bit.
Yeah, so my teacher kind of she was telling a story, and it was kind of like a slideshow with pictures and whatnot and stuff. So it was she told the story, and then she was like, uh what was I don't even remember what the story was called, but they had like a projector with pictures and stuff. And then she was like, even I've had to help you with like spelling or math tests, and I was like, I almost got up and I was like, you know what? Yeah, true. So, my graduation. Let's talk about that because you were also at attendance. What did you think when I like crossed that stage to get my diploma book thing?
I was happy to see you graduate because I didn't think you was ever going to.
All the mornings that I fought you and stuff like that to get up, it all paid off in the end, I guess.
Finally.
So, I think
Yeah.
I do have
You made me age. In 3 years, you made me age about 10.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true. All true. I made you age about 10 years. And I still roast you about somewhat being a grandpa.
Uh-huh.
I do, guys. Really, I do. I call him, I'm like, um, I'm like, did you take your dementia pills today, grandpa? Or did you put your hearing aids in, grandfather?
Uh-huh.
But I mean, I can't be, too hard on him. He is my dad, I care about him. Stuff, so.
Drive me nuts sometimes.
Well, doesn't every kid drive their parents nuts?
I guess.
That's why I go over to Reds, so you can have the weekend away from me.
Yeah, but then I go about nuts because I'm here by myself.
Yeah. So, um, um, so the day I got my Switch, you want to talk about that because I kind of want to talk about it. So when we got my Switch, it was very hot that day after the play, and we were driving. What were we driving after you came and got me? Because they had like no AC in it.
I don't know because I had my truck back by then.
Well, was it your blue truck or was it the green one? Because we've driven several.
No, I haven't had the green truck since last winter.
Interesting. Because I no, could it have been the
Last,
guy? Could have
well, not last winter. It was last April
and
when I got
May
my blue truck back.
and May, the Tuesday after my graduation, is when we driven some. I feel like you didn't drive your blue truck. I feel like it was
No, it
strictly
was my
the.
blue truck.
It had to have been the Dakota because I don't think you got your truck until I don't
I got
know.
my truck back in April.
Well, there was some times that we got in the truck and like I remember like it was very hot that day and we like when you came and got me, I took a nap in the car for a minute and I remember there was like no AC unless you just didn't turn it on. I don't know. I remember it was very hot in the truck. And I remember the truck being on. Maybe there was a little bit of AC coming through. I don't remember. All I remember is waking up before we got to Walmart and like being like drenched in sweat.
I don't know. I don't remember that.
But you want to talk about the Switch, like the day I got my Switch?
I don't remember it really.
Well, how? Okay, you know how I've been asking for a Switch for years, right? What was your thoughts on when I got it?
Well, my main thought was that you finally were able to get one, and I didn't have to try to come up with money for it because they're expensive.
I had enough money to buy my first game and stuff.
Yeah.
The games are expensive though. Some like if they're made by Nintendo, like I'm not saying Burnout Paradise or Mortal Kombat was like not expensive because it was only like $20. I'm talking about like Smash Brothers, guys. I'm talking about Smash Brothers, Mario Kart. Um,
Anything that's Nintendo is expensive.
Minecraft was not. It was made by Mojang, but it's still somewhat expensive. Not really. It's only like $20 on. It's only like 20 something dollars, 20, $30. But I mean, I'm not saying it's cheap. It's definitely was definitely not cheap, but I'm talking about Mario Kart, Smash Brothers, anything made by Nintendo is gonna be, it's gonna be high priced.
Very true.
So, um, but you know anything about me? I like my games, and Killer Frequency was also kind of it was on the low end of games. I mean, it was like $19 originally, but since when I bought the game, it was actually at a sale, so I got it for like $8. This is the same. I'm pretty sure this is almost the same day that I bought. It was around the same time that I bought the DLC pack for the Smash Bros characters, which I bought with the gift card that was given to me by a family member, obviously. You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
So, and obviously, guys, I will finish that. I have another account that I'm going to play it on. So, I just got to get through the whole what's happening right now. I'm still at the part where they're the police. I'm replaying through it. So, yeah. Originally, I was going to do a long play of it, but I thought differently. So yeah. All right. Well, thank you for your time, and yeah,
You're welcome.
that's basically it. All right.
Okay, have a good night.
All right. Bye. I'm too lazy. He's literally in like another room, and I'm sitting here where I normally record like gaming videos and stuff. He's literally in his room. I could have just walked. I could have just taken, but I'm too lazy to get up, so I might as well just call him. Cause we call all of our guests on this show, on this podcast. So I mean, I'm not gonna go in. Why go in there when I can just call him on the phone? Then again, I might at some point I might go in there and we might talk about the future episode. Um, Now, as for our sponsor, we have a sponsor called well, it's not called. It's Cozy Threads. It's Cozy Threads. Hold on, let me bring it up. And it's Cozy Threads. 2025. Our sponsor, our official sponsor. Um, Now I've featured Cozy Threads a lot in my descriptions. It's going to be the same here in the description below. You can go to the Discord and use my code OPEN20 to get 20% off your first purchase. Sorry, I misspoke. To get 20% off your first purchase, use code OPEN20 to get 20% off your first purchase. Everything under, I don't know how much. They sell rings. I don't know if she has earrings up yet, but she has these really nice bracelets. These really comfy rings. Hold on, let me open my camera up. It's me. They have this bracelet here, which is really comfy. She crochets them. And this ring, which I also wear. So if you want, go to Coasty Threads and get 20% off your first purchase. And as for this episode, I know it's not a perfect 40 minutes, and I've been trying to like keep them at a 40-minute, 40 minutes episode, but I mean if something is not 40 minutes, whatever. So, thank you for being here and being a part of this podcast. This podcast is deep dives into some really weird, some really funny stories and stuff, and hope to have more episodes before the second season because I'm I have a trailer already made that is going to be coming out August 12th. It's supposed to have season 2 coming out in either late 2026 or early 2027, and hopefully, and I only have one more episode before that, so I need to start cooking and thinking of more episodes to make because I have nothing. I could make some more episodes, have just random stories, because I mean that was the last episode, you know, just random, probably, stories from things, stuff. So, um, but I mean this, like almost all of them, they all feature, almost all of my stories feature, something, and sometimes there's always that one person in like in some of my videos. Like I've had multiple people, like Red. We've had the 2023 sleepover stories, and we've had my dad for the baccalaureate graduation, whatever. Um, you know, stuff like that. So, I mean, there's been at least some, people in almost every part. I might have one more episode coming soon. And I kind of want to see if Jonathan will talk about it. It may have to be before or after the first the fifth episode that I have planned. Because yeah, it was it was interesting. I think I talked about my baptism. That will probably be one of the next episodes or something before the whole thing. So I mean, yeah. So, but yeah, that's basically it. This is basically it for this episode. Yeah, go to Cozy Threads. Use open 20 to get 20% off your first order, and I will see you guys in the next episode or in the next video on my channel. All right, bye bye.